There's so much shit happening.
Oh my God, I'm yeah. I just keep moving as much as I can. I believe we are live. Bum, 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 bum.
We are live.
This is Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories here today with the one, the only,
Shit
literally
happening.
the
Oh my
only
God, it's
King Smarty. Hey, King Smarty, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Busy, busy.
Yeah, definitely busy. We got a lot of things going on everywhere,
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
It's wild, ain't it?
Yeah. So I kind of feel like you on a mini version. So when people email me or text me, my answers are not long. And it's only because I'm moving fast. Okay. So not against them. It's just I can't, you know, yeah. So,
Yep. Ugh.
okay. We are here. Should we talk about what's happening going on, or do you want me to start with Q&A?
Um, well, we can talk about we could do Q&A.
Okay. So
But
what's happening and going on?
yeah, basically right. I did want to say about the events that we had. The
Yeah.
last event that we had, the community care day.
Yeah.
We had a lot of pushback during the whole time.
Yeah.
However, the event did turn out, the way that Daddy wanted it. And the people that didn't participate, they will want to participate later on down the line. So that's
Yeah.
always a good thing.
Yeah.
People see that the event actually happened and it was nice. People actually received and nobody paid for anything.
Right.
So that was a good thing. Um, and we had so much pushback. It was crazy. It kind of like made everybody felt like they didn't even want to continue with the event. However, Dad pushed us all through it. Told us that it would be a fantastic event, and everybody that he wanted there would be there. Um, there's so many different things happening around us that's trying to stop everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't stop Daddy and what Daddy wants. So, so that's what they're experiencing too.
The event was spectacular. And of course, I do say so myself because I helped put it together.
Right?
And I'm joking, but not really. It was really, even a week before the event, I was like, please, Daddy, can we cancel? Now, we all want to help people. We're here to help the people, but nobody else seemed to want to pitch in and help. And it came together magically during that last week. And
Yeah,
everyone that was there walked away with bags of food, bags of clothing. Their kids had fun. It was a beautiful event.
yeah. Even the vendors and the people that were participating
Yeah,
towards the end, I
yeah,
go, I go and I look at the room with all the stuff in it,
yeah.
and I says, well, I'm not taking this shit to my house. So, um, I went back over to where everybody was at, everybody that was participating. And I said, hey, you guys are more than welcome to go over there and grab whatever you need, take it,
Yeah,
because it's not coming home with me.
yeah, yeah,
So everybody left their tables and they went and they got stuff.
yeah.
So those are people that will give live testimonies, if you would,
Yeah.
or whatever, that we did
Yeah.
exactly what we were promoting that we would do.
And there was a woman that came in with her family at the very end. She was all flustered, and we were just bagging food up for her, like, go for the raffle. We'll get you some food. And she was really in need. So it was really a beautiful event and really, really gratifying. But, again, Daddy knows better than we do. So that was kind of a test of faith for some of us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, well, you know that around here, daddy, last minute stuff, boom.
Yeah.
We prepare, and then things change, and then we gotta, improvise. But then he always
Yep.
shows up, shows
Yep.
out.
Yep.
So that's what we were doing. That's what I expected.
Yeah.
That's what B expected. We just kept doing what Daddy wanted us to do.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
And as long as we keep doing what Daddy wanted us to do, things will go in our favor, Daddy's favor, and the outcomes will be
Yeah.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. So
Yep.
that's where we're at with the events. Um, we the next one we're working on is in Atlanta, Georgia. Same thing. We're having pushbacks. We're having to deal with certain people, other people that don't want to deal with us, some people that do want to deal with us. And it's like, we just want to get a free event done and want everybody to participate. So you guys are already doing these things. Why don't you just join us? Because, this is how we want to do it. And we want to make sure it's free for the public, no matter what it is. So we're waiting on quotations and waiting on you know basically that just quotations for the whole stadium, for the whole you know food and everything. That way, Daddy can do what Daddy do, and we have a great event there as well.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's go on to Q&A then.
All
I'm
right,
going
cool.
to just kind of burn down the list. It's in no order, but David Wilcock, lots of buzz about what really happened. Then you got people that are pro and con. Can you tell us the story as much as you're allowed to say?
Well, they from what Daddy was telling us, they were they were going to unalive him, set him up, and all that stuff. Some of the people involved are what you call drug addicts or whatnot, blah blah blah. They were used because they were threatened that families would be taken from a loved one, blah blah blah. Daddy said that at the last minute he replaced them, or he snatched them up, and that he's safe. Um, that's pretty much all we need to know as far as what me and B do or what we need to do. Um, they all will be coming out at a later date.
Yep.
All of them.
So in this case, was there a person that was murdered?
I would say no.
Okay. Did I
Yeah.
use the wrong words, I wonder? Okay. Well,
Unalived? Yeah, no.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Next question. So that should give people more, okay, comfort or information, okay?
Yeah. Well, people have to also understand that the way we do things is not it's not like your reality or what you think it is. It's not really what it is. It's a whole lot more. We can literally just replace someone, put a body in there, have them do what they do, and then make it seem like it is what Daddy wanted to be. We can freeze time. We can do multiple things. We can do anything. We can
Yeah,
stop time in itself, and then move things around, and then leave, and then go teleport and take people out. Take our own clones and put our own clones in place.
right.
So if you say unalive, I'd say no, because the clone wasn't alive in the first place.
Well, that is, I guess, what I was trying to say. There was a clone. Did the clone kill himself or was he shot by someone else?
He was shot by someone else.
Okay. That's what I expected you to say, but I didn't word it properly. So, all right.
Yeah. So it's the same. It's the same thing that happened in a lot of other cases. This has been a galactic sting operation, and it will be proven to be just that. And when I say galactic, I mean like a daddy operation, if you would. Your creator can revive you, can make you go away for good, kind of like what's happening to the cabal. He can replace you. He can replace your soul, replace your body, have you carry out the task that he wants you to carry out, and nobody would know anything. Now the cabal's been doing it too. However, you can see that theirs are malfunctioning, don't look the same, blah 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 blah. It's all
Right.
messed up.
Right. Right.
Another thing is even if and when they do those type of things, Dad can still replace that entity or that being or that AI with the real one. And that's one of the things that people don't take into effect or understand even. Even if somebody did get unalived, right? Dad can just bring them back at any time he wants to, like that, because he's the creator. Literally, like he created all this stuff. Everything you see, he's the creator of it. He's you know, source is the source of everything, including things appearing and disappearing. And I give you an example. Some of the ships that you see are there and then they're not. So what makes you not think or not understand or not even believe that you can literally appear and then not appear? If your body was taken, if you perished, however you want to say it, die, whatever, and you were put in the grave and all that stuff, that doesn't mean nothing because your body was nothing but energy and it can be reformed and you can stand right next to me. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all for the whole last, you know,
Decade.
10 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now we're getting more and more we're getting more and more details of it. You're starting to see more and more energy work come out. You're starting to see more and more telekinesis and people using their abilities. You're starting to see more and more of this stuff because this is what our reality is. It's frequency, sound, vibration, and we can make things appear and make things go away. We can make the cabal think that they're winning, and then we can show them that they're not.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, literally, even in the court systems right now. Someone once said that there was going to be lawfare. Well, that's what's happening. It's not warfare, it's lawfare. They're using their fake laws against real natural laws, common laws, laws of the land. So who do you think is going to win? A lot of them don't even realize that they're getting ready to be apprehended or taken for treason because they're so deep in it, they don't even fucking care about none of that shit. So a lot of good things are happening. A lot of us are experiencing discomfort because of it, including myself. However, it's necessary. It needs to be done, and if it's happening, that's because it's supposed to happen. There's a lot of cool things happening too behind the scenes. A lot of people talking about a lot of different, um, revelations, if you would, right? You got the UFO files being dropped. You got the Epstein files already dropped. Not all of them, but what I was trying to tell y'all, and what I'm telling y'all again, is that they're one and the same because you got all of these sick people who are working for the reptiles and other beings that been here doing all this stuff. So what's going to happen is they're going to eventually tie it in together, and everybody's going to understand that it's all in the same fucking group of individuals who think they have dominion over this planet, and they do not. And that's the do not part is what is coming right now. It's happening right now where people are standing up across the world. You got a handful of people trying to control masses. How do you think that's going to work out? People are fed up. People are fed up. A lot of people want to use, the legal system to take them down. A lot of people just want to go pitchforking. So, so I'm reinforcing and putting the energy behind the way Daddy wants it done. We don't need no more people hurt on either side.
Right.
On either side. However, there's injured parties that these people injured, right? And they need to be compensated. They need to be let go of these business jails, private jails. They need to be let loose from these illegal fiction courts. You know, all of this stuff needs to change, and that's where we're going. That's where we're headed, and it's happening right now because people are fed up. People are standing up around the world. I even left a letter on top of the podium showing them that letter that I posted where you guys no longer have protection. You guys no longer have protection for violating people's rights. You have no jurisdiction, and then you want to keep dragging things on and make people look like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, well, Dad knows what we're talking about. so,
Yep. Yep.
so I expect more and more disclosure happening. I expect more and more arrest happening within the legal structure, and I expect the hammer being dropped down on all of them, all the way up to the top. So it's a lot of good things happening. All right, what's the next question? Because I'm gonna just keep rambling.
Data centers. Okay. So all of a sudden in the news, we're hearing about these data centers, and they've been stealthily granting them access to sometimes protected land or whatever. But people don't want them in their areas, obviously. But they're also using like a huge quantity of water, which I don't 100% understand. But we've heard that they are putting something like 2,500 data centers in the US like this year. So can you explain that to us and tell us what's being done there?
Um, when I looked into it, it just looked like they were just collecting people's information to do harmful things with it, and that the machinery that they're using was had to be cooled down by the water. Um, and that's the only thing I can see happening. Um, the problem with it is that every time they plan stuff like this and it gets exposed, it gives us the right and the abilities to neutralize it all. You can still have data centers, but they'll have to be for good purposes. And if you need water, you can just get a unit from Maxwell. I mean, from Moses West,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So I don't understand the whole water part. Other than that, they use the water to cool down the machines.
yeah.
Uh, I do know that we I've, I don't know if ours is like that, but we do have people that have water computer towers that have water in them to cool the processors down. But the water stays in it. I don't see it being evaporated or nothing like that. Or maybe it's just another way for them to say things like, we need all this water, and then we're using up all the water,
Yeah.
and we can't give you water because we need it all.
That's what I think they were heading toward because I've been seeing news reports where, like, for example, Tampa, Florida, which is on the ocean, they're saying, oh, they're running out of fresh water. And within the next year, they're going to do water rationing and blah, 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 blah. So they're trying to withhold fresh water from the people, is what I think their goal is. We're also seeing reports of its use for those in the underground bases, these bases, and these data centers. So I just wanted to bring it out because it is a concern if they're taking that much land, and of course they are mining all of our data. I mean, there's cameras everywhere and nothing is private. We already know that, but they've been doing it for years. But all of a sudden, it seems like it's going boom. You know?
Yeah, well, the reason why it's going boom is because it has to be exposed so that it can go boom.
Okay.
You know,
Literally.
literally, daddy's boom.
Yeah.
And that's why you're seeing all these different things come out at the same time right now because it all has to be exposed. When
Okay.
all the right people put their energy into shutting this shit down, what do you think is happening? We're the ones the power. We're the ones with the abilities. All of us, and I get it. People may not agree with me. I don't care, but we do have a common enemy, if you would, and they don't care about you either. So our thing is to see what the problems is, see what the issues, how we can solve these problems, and then execute. and sometimes people do need to get executed. Um, that's where we're at with all this stuff. It all has to be exposed.
Right. Okay.
You know, even the fact that we have massive ships all over us, right? I filmed a whole bunch here the other night. I think everybody saw that by now. There's no way that they're going to continue to be able to do what they're doing down here to not have an external force show up. Okay. And that's what I'm banking on because the I lost my fucking words. I'm so ready. Come on, Daddy,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go. Let's put
Yeah.
them to bed. Let's just shut them down. Let's just
Yep. Yep.
let's show them how powerful you are, Daddy. Let's show them what they don't believe in, Daddy. Let's go, Daddy. Come on, Daddy. I know you can do it. You don't gotta fool me. I know you can do it.
The gauntlet has been dropped, Daddy.
You know, you
Yep.
know.
Mm.
They
Okay.
think they can control everything and everyone, and they stolen everybody's lands across the planet.
Yeah.
You know, they did all this nefarious shit to keep their little systems in power, colonized all of it, and blah 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 blah. And then they thought it was going to be able to stay that way. Well, no, it's not happening.
Yeah.
You know, Daddy's literally switching out the people in charge all around the world, including here. You know, that's why you have the stories about the two different Trumps and all this other shit, right? We I do know that militaries are in charge. There are good people in charge of all this stuff. That's why we're still here. There's no way they're going to get away with what they've been doing because a lot of good people did the right thing and are continuing to do the right thing, which is why you have disclosure, which is why we won already. So no matter what you all going through out there, just know that we won. Dad won. He's the creator. He created this. I don't understand how people think you would win in this game called life when there's a creator that created you. And I do understand that you did serve a purpose to help everybody else wake the fuck up. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Uh, so right now I'm just allowing the process, and I just got up from a nap, so that's why I'm like laid back. But this it's a lot of cool things happening. I'm enjoying creating products where I don't even give a fuck what, excuse my French. I don't even care what's happening no more because I know Daddy already got it covered. So what am I doing? I'm preparing for the new wave of customers, the new wave of monies, the new wave of material. You seen that video I posted? I think it was last night or this morning, maybe last night, where you got a car lifting up the tires to go through, like, why don't we have this type of technology here? What's going on? What's happening? Who stopped this from happening here? You see what I'm saying? The only reason why other companies, other cities and civilizations, or whatever you want to call it, around the world have better things than us is because we've been suppressed here, literally. And then they take our funds, our money from our birth certificates and all this other stuff to um, start wars and try to control things elsewhere. So that's why the U.S. doesn't have the cool things that other countries do have. It's another reason why Daddy wants me to turn this whole area into Dubai 2.0 after we get rid of these Satanist baby eaters in the area, right? Which is also happening. It's also taking place. They're being slowly. I wouldn't say slowly, but it feels like it's slowly. But they're being taken out. Literally, they're being taken out. No matter how you look at it, their days are numbered. Period.
Right.
And the rest of the inhabitants of this land will be able to own the lands that they have, um, and be a part of something cool, which is what we were supposed to be in the first place. free and independent and loving and caring and prosperous people. They've been stopping all that. They literally interfered in all that. Why do you think all the cool inventors that invented cool things were murdered back in the day? Because these same individuals are the ones that did it all. And you're now witnessing that it's all coming out that they have been the ones doing all this stuff. More and more people are talking about the Satanists. More and more people are seeing how bad Israel is. The IDF is going to different cities around, or different countries and cities around the world, thinking that they can do what the fuck they do in Palestine. Well, those people are not going to deal with that. You know, people are literally cracking down on them everywhere, and they should, because you can't have people running around doing that. It's bad enough we got people doing it here. You know, we got a lot of things to clean up, and I know with the backing of that and the right people, the right abilities, the right know-how, the right stream of wealth, it's going to take care of a lot of problems, a lot of problems. That's why I'm anxious to, get with the right people and go into the tunnels and bring out everything that I need to bring out. Because I'm the one that's going to fund everything. I've already funded all. People don't understand what I mean when I say things like that. It doesn't matter what you understand. Listen to what I'm telling you and watch it manifest. We are the ones doing it all, Dad and I, right? If he's your creator and I'm his representative, then that's all you need to know. Whatever I say happens anyway. So expect full disclosure on all levels. Expect the cabal to be eliminated on all levels. Expect your wealth and your health change on all levels, and we are going to move forward in a way where they didn't want, because low vibrational entities, the last thing they want is people happy. The last thing they want is people happy.
It's true.
Right. So so that's why that's why we have to keep going and do what we're doing. And it's it's a wild ride, I gotta say. Wild ride.
Totally wild. Well,
Yeah.
totally wild. So a couple weeks ago, we see a Trump shooting. I think it was a false flag. But what I noticed initially when I watched the first clip was Trump wasn't the first one they took out of the room. They didn't even like go to Trump. And then, of course, all the clips were coming out and all the theories and all that. So we see one with a woman grabbing up the wine, right? So she wasn't really afraid of her life, right? Getting and then another guy just sitting there and eating his dinner.
Yeah, and the chicken and the fork morphing.
Ridiculous.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Right. And that's another reason why I say, there are militaries involved. There are good guys involved. And they're literally allowing the shit show to take place for whatever reasons other than waking everybody else up.
Right.
We've all seen the footages of Satan Yahoo where he was killed multiple times. And they did y'all not realize we saw all that? What are y'all doing? How
They
you going how you gonna say this man is going to go visit A, B, and C when the entire planet just saw what the fuck happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shit like that wakes people up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally, like overnight. So
Awesome.
that's why I'm banking on, massive uncloaking and us getting together. Well, not getting together, but us boarding my ships and just having our way with this place.
Right. Okay. Switch of topic. Melania has I didn't actually watch her little news thing that she did a month ago or whatever, but you said she basically is turning to daddy, and she's been urging the real Trump to do what daddy wants, which I think he is starting to do. So I just wanted to confirm what I just said. And then we had a question, is she a transgender?
Um, they may have changed her. Um, but yeah, she decided to turn to daddy a few years back.
Hmm.
She has to play her role, including Baron. Baron chose to do the right thing too. Um, some of them are in fact time travelers. Um, they at the end of the day, they all have to do what daddy wants them to do, or they get extinguished, right? A lot of the things that you're seeing is nothing but a show. Literally, it's literally a show, and the show's about to be, you're about to see the credits of the show because it's over. They don't want people to know who the real characters are, which is why they hide us. So, or the real stars, by the way, which is why they hide us. At the end of the day, they've played their roles, whether it's gathering up evidence against the cabal, whether it's being a part of the cabal and then turning. All of that will be exposed. So we're literally walking into it and allowing the process to see what is what. But we do know that um, they have in the past eliminated, you know, the females and replaced them with men. That's been happening forever. You can see in some of the old photos that some of the president's wives were clearly men. Because it's a satanic cult. That's what they do.
Yep.
They screw each other and they have babies and they torture the babies and then they get the babies to screw each other. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all people? This is insane. This is sickening. This is not what daddy intended down here. So this is wild shit.
Definitely.
Anyway,
Okay. UFO stuff. Okay, so we see that there's disclosure happening, which is a good thing. Okay, so the church pastors were supposedly getting briefed, let's say a week or so ago, and they wanted to prepare them for when people started running to the churches, as you predicted. Is that what really happened?
yeah, they're being informed everywhere that they're about to lose all of their congregation.
Oops. Oh, okay. So this is a great thing, right? A
So
great.
right, my bad. So maybe daddy was telling us that they're running to the churches because they're going to be running away from the churches.
Mm,
Don't know. We'll see.
yeah, okay. And so then the other question is, where the heck is Stephen Greer in all this? I haven't heard a peep from him.
Well, maybe, and that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up because of all these different things that's happening. The people that were supposed to be in the UFO community are now crickets.
Mhm.
So what's that telling y'all, or what's that telling me, which I already knew, is that a lot of them were frauds in the first place.
Yeah.
A lot of them, and they're just going to go crickets until full disclosure does happen when we uncloak everywhere, and then everybody's going to see who was lying and who wasn't, who really had contacts and who didn't, who was meant to deceive you and who wasn't. Those are the things that I'm banking on, that I want to see right now, right now. So everybody that's out there, saying this and saying that, and you got a lot of YouTubers that are speculating all the time, and they do it in a way where they say something, but then they also shoot it down themselves because they don't want you to know the truth about it all. This is why they don't interview me, or why every time they do come across my information, he's crazy. Nah, I don't listen to him. This guy thinks he knows it all. I don't want to know it all. I know all that dad tells me, and dad is always right, even when he's wrong. So
That's
so
great. That's great.
so right. So that's where we're at with it. Like I'm so like,
You're
you
ready
know,
to go.
yeah, people are fed up with this system. I mean, how much longer do we have to continue this bullshit where people are still fucking suffering because of the hands of a few reptilian motherfuckers or half breed motherfuckers or puppets, if you would. Like, come on, man, this is enough. Enough of this shit.
Yeah.
Enough. Don't tell me that you don't know where all of the puppet masters are at. Don't tell me you don't know where they're all at. Don't tell me you can't go over there and just have your way with them and then hit a couple of switches pretending to be them. I mean, I know we do it too, but what I'm saying is, can we do it now, Daddy? Can we do it now, Daddy, please? Please, Daddy, please. I'm begging you. Begging, begging, begging. So yeah, that's a lot of it is for shit show, including the people dressed up as the Israeli forces and the IDF. Um, some of the stuff, some of them are literally actors, but it's also on purpose to wake people up to see how evil they are, but they're really actors. Some of the false flags are also just that too. So you're gonna nowadays you just have to like be like and just wait and watch because it's happening like instantly. As soon as an event happens, you start to see shit that don't make no sense at all. Don't make no sense at all. It's just for the fucking public. It's just for the internet people, right? Because a lot of stuff don't happen around regular folks and regular things. Think about it this way: we got so many people in the crew all around the world, and when these type of events happen, nobody reports it from from right around them because it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it don't. You got thousands of people, millions of people that know about me, follow me. Everybody's sending me messages all the time about shit that's happening all around the world, but rarely eyewitnesses to the shit. See what I'm saying? So what are they doing? They're using the AI, they're using the internet, they're making you believe that something is what it isn't, and people get upset and then they start reacting to it all and blah 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 blah. So I'm not saying nothing's happening. I'm saying that that's what they're doing a lot. And unfortunately, because of the dark side of it all, people do get hurt. And that's not good. And daddy's watching.
Right. Okay.
And no weapons formed against us will prosper.
Okay. Okay. All right. So a few days ago, you put out a report from like, I'm going to say it was the 90s or it might have been the 70s, doesn't matter. But basically, they captured a feline female alien and they kept it overnight, studied it, took some measurements, blah, 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 and then they let her go. I'm like, that doesn't sound like us letting someone go. Can you tell us what happened in that story?
Yeah, well that's basically what it was. It was she was a Lyran. Um, she came in peace. She could have tore everything up. But you also have to understand, and I'm sure everybody, a lot of people do get it. Some of the militaries are really not the ones behind it all.
Oh,
They're not the ones behind the darkness, is what I'm saying. They do have research and development groups, and they do have um, certain people over top of them. But there's certain things that they cannot and will not do. And if you have a species who's telepathically communicating with you and obviously will tear your ass up, you don't want to cause a problem because you don't know if this entity has um, if this entity has a whole force behind them just waiting to uncloak. So that's literally what's happening with me. They have no fucking clue who I am. They have no fucking clue what I can do, and they're violating me in every way possible.
Yeah.
So for how long? Only Daddy knows when the curtain is wide open. That being said, um, her group of individuals are the ones that I talked to when me and B started going in and out of the caves because they wanted to be. I mean, they didn't want to be a part of the they pretty much gave up on the earth because of all the shit that's been happening down here, and now they just wanted to observe. So those, the Lyrens, I literally went to them and told them, listen, you saw what I just did over there. This is Doc. I said it multiple times in the Real Truth Calls and all that. You saw what I just did over there. You guys help us out, and I'll make sure everything gets cleaned up here, over there, and over there. And they decided to join us. So now it's not a surprise to me that that was one of the first ones that dropped. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, I know what they look like. So that's why I took the photo and put it on it and then reposted it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was just when I read that, I was like, they let her go? Like that is so, we know that there's labs everywhere and they've got life forms everywhere stashed away. I'm glad they did let her go, but
Well, if you listen to Emery Smith's stuff, he did testing on all of them. All those, not all of them, but he did testing on a lot of them. So, he's hands on some of the bio,
mhm.
the different types of ETs and all that stuff. And there's also different reports of some ETs just teleporting in and out of these bases at will. And there's some that were held against their will and only caused problems for the people down here. So they learning from their mistakes is what I'm saying.
Awesome. Awesome.
They do have, in some of these facilities, they do have energetic traps type things, so that when certain people go in, they can try to trap them. I wanted to do a couple of things back in the day, and Daddy told me no because they'll try to trap you and hold you in this energy field, and I'm like, wait, what? How is that even a thing? So he showed me all of it, but they weren't able to do it. He just brought it to my awareness. So I would just go poof, poof, and that's it.
You've told us before that they've done that to others that we'll call immortals, and you gave us some names a few years ago, and they've been like basically captured, if you will. Like they're not killed, but they're held in these energetic traps, you know.
And they make the movies to show y'all that
Yeah,
that's what they do.
yeah,
Some of the movies where you see the people in the cells that are just standing there.
yeah.
That's some horrible stuff right there.
I'm thinking of Star Trek, the new one, and I'm blanking
Star
on the
Trek,
name.
Star Trek, Superman. You remember how they had
Yeah,
the cells?
yeah,
Well, that type of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, that
yeah,
type of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But when you got a bunch of beings who can teleport and reform and dematerialize and all that stuff, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's over.
Okay. All right. Then you also you also put out a story, about Valiant Thor that I think it was like in the late 50s, early 60s. I don't know exactly when. Got to be 50s, 59, 60. He gave Eisenhower a, booklet, if you will, The Secret to Health and Well-being for the People. And Eisenhower basically gave it back and said, we can't accept that. Is that a true story?
Yes, it is. It would ruin the economy, he says.
You believe that? Well, yeah, you do, because here we are, right?
With a ruined economy, yes.
Horrible, horrible.
Yeah, it definitely is horrible. And
Yeah.
People try to stick up for him for whatever reason it is, and it's like, yeah, no, y'all
Yeah.
fucked up. Now we gotta clean this shit up.
Yep. Okay. Um, are the other districts on Earth, the other 23 districts, able to help us now?
Yes, they already are.
Ah, didn't know that.
Yes, a lot of the piles of gold in the caves are not on this district.
Ooh.
Not only that, they're not even on this dimension because we do have dimensions. Um, y'all seen Wakanda? It Wakanda was hidden. However, think about it like this. Think about Wakanda being right there in the forest, and when you raise your vibration, you can see it. That's literally what's around us all. So when I say that there's stockpiles of gold and other equipment in different dimensions, that's the truth. And this is the purpose of us raising the consciousness, because once we raise the consciousness, we also raise the dimensions. And then we can see more, hear more, know more, process faster, see what the truth is about it all, and then eliminate it, remove it from the dimension we're currently in and the lower ones and the higher ones. A lot of the stuff that we're dealing with right now don't even exist elsewhere, because you can't have this type of low vibrational dog eat dog mentality vibing high at all. So when we're all on the same page, loving on each other, taking care of each other, protecting each other, all of that stuff literally fades away overnight. And that's what the whole consciousness shift does for us without people realizing it. So when we do it, it's huge. And there's evidence every time daddy has me do it, all the time. Even when we release angelic armadas, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And people are going to start seeing them because it's time for all this.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom. Okay. Fabulous. Okay. Suicide. When someone commits suicide, does it mean that that person basically failed their mission here on Earth? And or do they go to hell forever, like some religions teach?
um, I would say yes to the failing their mission, unless their mission was to do that for other people around them to experience it. But no, there's no hell. It's only going back to daddy.
Right. Okay. So basically, there's no reason unless a lot of times they're like they're tormented and that's what they think the solution is. And of course, then their family feels this guilt and agony over what's happened, and it's just a horrible situation. Okay.
Yes, it is. It's very, very, it's messed up.
Yeah.
People shouldn't do that. They should appreciate the life that God gave them.
Yeah.
You know, we do. We all do. I say thank you, daddy, every day.
Me too.
Um, and that's why you hear people within the all the different communities saying things like, "I would not unalive myself,"
Yeah.
because they wouldn't.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Because they
because
wouldn't.
the inventors and the other people are being killed. That's why, they want to just put that on the record there. So,
Yeah. Well, daddy has a bunch of them with him.
mhm.
Well, not daddy, but well, daddy too, but we have a bunch of them safe and secure, and they're actually already working on cool products.
Cool. Cool.
They're being up to date and briefed on some of the stuff that we've been hiding ourselves. And I wouldn't say, well, yeah, you could say hiding, but there's a time and a place for all this stuff to happen. And it's happening as we speak.
Awesome.
It's like you work on all this stuff for so long, and then it's like, okay, now we're going to release it to the world, right? And then when you do release it to the world, you get censored by all the media conglomerates, right? So you're not going to be able to censor a massive ship over top of cities everywhere, no matter how much media coverage you got, no matter how much power you have over people's cell phones and devices and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to do it. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to take over everything worldwide instantly at the same time and broadcast through everybody's stuff so that everybody knows that we're here and the gig is up and all of you dark ones are going to pay, and it's only a matter of time before we come and get you.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, speaking of aliens, the Met Gala. Like, what the heck? Where did that even come from? Like, about 3 years ago, it popped up, and all you see are these bizarre, evil, satanic costumes and over the top weirdness. Okay, so why is that even a thing? Why are they spending so much money on it? And why do people care, do you think?
Well, that's again that has to do with disclosure.
Yeah.
It's showing people how twisted and evil these things are, and they're doing it in a way where um, they're doing it public because normally they would have done these type of things behind the scenes, underground bases,
Mm-hmm.
secret islands, and all this other stuff. And the point of it all is to show people what they've really been doing and how we really don't want to be a part of it and how we don't want it to even exist. So it's serving as it's serving as it's serving as its purpose.
Yeah. And it's like the money these people like, of course we're all like, well, they could feed the world for what they're spending on all this and all that. But to me it reminds me of the Hunger Games, like Capital City, with the bizarreness of it all. And
Right.
people are just like gaga over the outfits and the what so and so was wearing. And of course, these people are not even real, most of them, or many of them.
Yeah,
Crazy.
some of them are just robots. I mean, that's it's a part of it's literally a part of disclosure. Whether people want to believe that or not, it's a part of this exposing them.
Right.
Because when you have a lot of good people like us, like everybody that's good, seeing these things and seeing that, oh, I don't want my kids seeing this sick shit. That allows the energy to take it down, shut it down permanently. And that's what needs to be done. That's what is being done. Um, not too much longer before that type of stuff won't even be allowed because nobody's going to participate.
Right.
And the only ones that do participate or did participate are the ones that with the Federal Reserve notes because of who owned the Federal Reserve banks and who funded them. They're the ones behind it all, right? The money changers, those are the real problems. The money changers have always been the real problem. That's why they're trying to stop you from spending so much, but then they can spend thousands on a fucking ball and do all this other shit. No, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't even have fresh water. All right. Fresh is, questionable, but we can't have water, but they can spend billions on this kind of crazy stuff, right? All right.
Yeah, yes, it's all it's all twisted stuff that's coming
Yeah.
to an end.
All right. Roughly a week or so ago, there was a source directives necklace found in the UK somewhere. I think there might have been a body, and there was a well, there was a healing necklace, and then there's one with source directives on it.
It was somebody's Oregon pendant that they put my sticker on it. Um,
Okay. Just a
I
sticker.
yeah, I don't think it was. Well, I haven't heard that it was any of our crew members. It was
Okay.
somebody that they either gave it to, trying to
Ah,
protect, and then something awful happened to them. That's what that was about.
okay. I just wanted to know, like, if you knew the story behind that. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. You have mentioned debit cards multiple times recently in your posts. Okay. So question was, what are the debit cards that you've mentioned And like what account would they be connected to for the people that are watching this?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things happening behind the scenes that have to be that have to do with the QFS accounts, crypto accounts, contracts, and all that stuff. There's debit cards that will be circulating and are being circulating and have been circulated that will be activated depending on what type of group you're in. And we have some of those cards already. The problem is that they haven't been fully activated. I even have one stored in my phone, ready for ready for it to go. Um, the good guys are pushing things out. They're trying to get it done. That I know because we get reports still. They are trying to get it done. The comment that I said a couple of weeks back about 40 banks got destroyed. That's because they didn't comply. Um, there was another about the greedy bankers. Greedy bankers are being dealt with, have been dealt with. And when I say things like greedy bankers just got dealt with, that's because all at the same time, Daddy handled them. I don't know exactly what happened to them. I don't care. I just know Daddy said do this, and I did it. The last report was there's still some cabal minions that they're trying to isolate and move out the way so that they can finally complete the redemption for everyone. So we're all waiting for the same thing.
Okay.
Um, I don't give none of them credit or none of them power because I do know that Daddy can do it anytime he wants to. So the reason why it hasn't happened is because Dad says it's not time. That's the only thing that I'll say about that. Because I know for a fact that if he wanted it done right now, it would be done right now. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter what these individuals A, B, C, D are doing, or this person's in the way, that person's in the way. This bank did that, that bank did this. I know for a fact that if Daddy wanted it to happen yesterday, it would have happened yesterday. I know for a fact if Daddy wanted me to have funds, unlimited funds yesterday, it would have happened yesterday. So I'm not worried about who's doing what. I'm worried about who I got to do or what I got to do next and who I got to remove next.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
All that
So
other stuff is just
one of our Jedis had sent me some screenshots. So someone posing as you. Okay. So again, disclaimer, if anyone ever says they're smarty and asks you for money or tries to just chit chat, you're talking with a scammer. Just you don't have to ask me. I'm telling you right now, it's a scammer. But in this case, the scammer was like trying to say, "Hey, have you activated your QFS card? It's only something like 3.99 or something. I don't remember what it was, but that is a scammer, right?
right. Right.
Okay. So
Right.
I wanted to make that clear for the jillionth time.
Yeah. So the way things are going to be rolled out, you're going to get the QFS account from the actual bank, the bank that's the banks that were the banks that are involved in the process. That's where you're going to get the account from, and they're
Yeah.
going to be free. I don't even know if you even need money to open up an account at this point. Um, I do know someone also sent me a comment which was valid, where they said, why do we need trust if you said that everything was going to be protected and Daddy would reimburse people that lost certain things and blah blah blah, right? And my response was, yeah, as soon as I publicly take over everything. Because when I publicly take over everything and everything is under my control, Daddy's control, our control, then you don't need trust. You don't need none of this bullshit paperwork because Daddy's involved, directly involved. I'm directly involved. All we have to do is find out who did what, send the money out, and send the team to go pick up whoever the fuck was involved in scamming you. Because those type of things can't happen no more. What's it called? Nairobi, or somewhere out there where they have this massive thing. I mean, a massive a scamming thing going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those people are in trouble. They think they because they're in Africa or wherever the fuck they at that they're going to be able to continue to do this stuff. It's not happening. We're going to shut them down because we're involved in all of it down here. And the people that are in charge of the certain governments around the world will have to do what Daddy wants them to do. And I think he's going to make it very clear to them.
Looking forward to that.
Me
All right.
too.
So again, if anyone contacts you and says they're smarty in any way, you already know he's not going to do that. So why waste your money and time chit-chatting with them? Just delete them, right? Yeah. Okay. So basically then you had put yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about having your trust in order. So should we or should we not have our trust in order?
Um, when you say that, or when I said that, I meant the trust that has to do that a trust that has to deal with foreign currencies, because you're going to need a trust for your foreign currencies.
Okay.
That's the type of trust that we're talking about, or that we were talking about. So if you don't know, if you don't have any foreign currencies, then don't even worry about it. Those of you that do have foreign currencies and know about what's happening with the foreign currencies and redemption and all that, then you can join one of the groups, get yourself a trust, or just find a trusted group online where they have uh, 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 a trusted group online where they pretty much have what you call it,
Template for a trust.
proven, yeah, but not just template, but a proven track record where they're actually good, doing good, and people are validating that they're good, with testimonies. um Again, if you don't have a trust and you go into exchanges and blah blah blah, they're going to try to put you into a trust. That's what was told to us. That being said, the banks that do stuff like that, it's a no-no. I've already warned you. I'm warning you now again. The banks that try to get people into their trust because they're going to control it or they want to control it, that's a no-no. You're going to pay for that. Do it. Everything that they've been doing, you're going to pay for it. Don't do it. So,
Yeah. I, I've always used the attitude that daddy is going to take care of it all.
yep,
Yeah. So that's kind of my attitude. It's going to happen. It's going to work out. We're going to be well taken care of. We're going to have plenty of great things to do and much money and funding to do it with. So yay.
that's what we're walking into. Um, the riches of the world, all around the world, were held up or holded up for me. And once Daddy allows me to do my thing, once Daddy allows me to do my thing, then we're going to put I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and show everybody how it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was dazed out. Actually, I was like half asleep. But I went into it looked like I went into a meeting with a bunch of important people, and I pretty much told them, it says, he who holds the gold, and I'm going like this. I'm like, he who holds the gold, all the gold makes the rules. And then I woke up. That's the case.
It is the case. Just like the victor always rewrites history.
That's what I'm getting ready to do right now
Yep. Okay.
with the truth.
Okay.
Rewrite
So,
history with the truth. My bad.
so as far, yeah, history with the truth, the real truth of what's happened to Earth and the people. I think it's going to blow our minds so much. It's hard to even comprehend, right? Every story is incorrect. Every story.
Well, that is true.
Yep.
And the best part is we have tablets, we have old books, we have everything stored away and protected so that people can go and see the truth. And the faster you are in absorbing all of it, the faster you can. And there won't be a time limit on how fast you can absorb all this stuff. And I do know that a lot of it is going to be put into our move programs where you're going to get educated, but you're going to be educated on things that they didn't want you to know about. Even the system and how the fraudulent laws and stuff are. You're going to get educated on how it was all created and how they made you believe they had authority over your persons, your body, and all that stuff. All these things are going to be revealed, and um, it's a wild trip. You're going to learn about how we went from 2,000 lifespans of years, 2,000 years to just 70 or 80 for some. You're going to see how that was done by genetics and also done by constantly changing the way you think, programming your manifestation abilities against you with their cabal education system. You're going to learn all these things.
Right.
You're going to learn why gold is even valuable when it's really not. You're going to learn that the wealth is your health, and just connecting to daddy, you get to live forever. You're going to learn so much shit. And if you haven't been listening to me for the last 10 plus years or whatever, or, yeah, 10 plus years and even longer than that, um, it's okay because everybody's on their own path. I'm not faulting you for not listening. Unless you were here this whole time and still don't understand, something wrong with you too. Um, Other than that, it's just going to be a whole new smorgasbord of not well entertainment, but education.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if there's video clips, it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, it's going to be fun no matter what because
Yeah, yeah.
you're going to make it fun. And the fact that you're going to be able to learn and earn at the same time. I mean, this is wild stuff.
Hmm.
Wild stuff.
Hmm.
The planet is vibrating so high, and it's like, oh shit! I can't believe we were fucking bamboozled. I
Yeah.
can't believe we were letting these parasites do this to the people around us. I can't believe we didn't do anything. At the time, I can't believe we didn't do anything at the time, and how we will never let that happen again. So a lot of people are gonna feel that way too.
Yep.
So
Well,
there's big things happening.
that's why we're doing it this way, or, Daddy is doing it this way, because the people need to know and they need to learn what happened and why, so it can't be repeated, right? We're not going to let them do this again. Like they were planning on, going dormant for 1,000 years and coming back and doing the same stuff again.
Yep.
Not going to work.
Nope. Definitely not going to work.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you would need your vibration to be super high to even come into this new energy field. And because you're dark and you think dark and act dark and be dark, you can't come in. It's like a fucking a mosquito going into a fly trap. That shit is designed to kill your ass.
Yeah.
Don't go over there.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so we got a lot to look forward to, a whole lot to look forward to.
Awesome.
There's there's a lot of people that do send me requests all day long. Just like one just sent me right here for Gary, Justice for Gary. We're doing everything Daddy wants us to do in everybody's case. You know, once we put the energy behind it all and we reinforce what Daddy wants done, the only thing else to do is just to allow the process. Unfortunately, Daddy doesn't let me do some of the things that I want to do right there and then,
Right.
but he lets me do what needs to be done so that people can, maintain until the bigger things happen, which is happening. I mean, if you saw the latest JP video, he was excited. He said things, the white hats are pushing things out and videos are coming out and disclosures here and all that. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I'm excited for everyone. I'm excited for all of us. We're excited for all these different changes to happen, and we're the group that nobody really wants to know about, or well, we're the group that they don't want people to know about. We're the group that they don't want people to participate in because we are real, and I can't say that enough. Like, this is why we experience the things that we experience, because there is a target on us. There's a target on us. They can't do no harm, but they can just mess with our little devices. And my phone goes whack here and there sometimes, and they cause
Mm-hmm.
problems and flat tires and pop tires and do dumb shit.
Yep.
But that's all they can do. Now, when I start doing more of the things that I'm getting ready to do in the public, that shit's going away. Because then they're going to know for sure, without a shadow of doubt, do not fuck with him. Do not fuck with any of them. Because them motherfuckers are real. They the real Jedi's. Don't fuck around. Because you will find out quick. And we're doing that already, though. The problem is I haven't did it in the public where people can see that, oh shit. We're doing it individual. Like, people, places, and things are being like poofed in front of each other. And they're like, whoa, did that shit just happen? Some of them don't know exactly who it is yet, what it is yet. They just know some shit just disappeared and I just saw that shit. But they don't know that we're the ones that's going, just taking motherfuckers.
Yep.
Excuse
Yep.
my French. So
That's fabulous.
that's why I am the way that I am. I'm just cool, calm, collective, and just hang out and just chill. Like, I would rather spend my day inventing something that's going to heal people. That's what I do. I don't I don't want to sit there and argue about some things that we don't have control over, because we don't have control over it. And if it happened, that means it was supposed to happen. That's Daddy's will. Some of the things that I get involved with, if I get a little bit like, yeah, might not want to do that, and I can't grant that for you. So how about we do this? Daddy's will be done. Everything Daddy wants, boom, done. And then you see the outcome of it, which may have been something that the individual wanted, but I myself had to, like, that's all Daddy there, because he obviously told me no. And I knew 10 years ago that I was able to grant wishes. And I also knew that he would tell me what, when, and how, and all that. So I'm not stupid. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Can you do this? Can you do that? I'll reinforce what Daddy wants, okay? Now, if it's like simple things that is already pre-approved by daddy, there you go. There's the energy for it. Next thing you know, I get a text back from people fucking crying. All right, stop crying. Get back to work. Because I'm able to heal people instantly. I'm able to do all these type of things. And some people I can't because there's something that they have to learn. I don't know what it is other than that. I've experienced it all. I've experienced it all. I've experienced helping people, healing people, get the results and testimonies, and then it reoccurs. How did it reoccur? What were you saying? What were you saying? Did you did you bring it back upon yourself for talking the way that you did? I had cancer, or I don't want the cancer to come back. Did you reinforce it back for yourself? There's all these key factors in it. You know, it's like we'll replace your lungs for you, give you brand new lungs. You get the urge to not want to smoke no more, and then 2 days later you're smoking again. And then you want to say things like, um,
It didn't work.
"It didn't work."
Yeah. Yep.
We have plenty of testimonies of people that are completely healed,
Yeah.
completely still to this day, still good. Um, I am working on a bunch of other products and including patches. You see the love patch, that will keep you vibing high. I'm working on some other patches that you can have. Um, they have everything that the patch is designed to do, including extra energies and healings for the people. So I do see people literally changing just by having a patch on them, and I'm excited for all these different things because Daddy's the one showing me what's going to happen with all of them. Um, all of the new products that I make, they work. They do what they're supposed to do because Daddy's the one that had me make it. You saw the video where Daddy told me to go outside, take a wand, let everybody know to pull out their wands. If you didn't have a wand, you can still go
Yep.
outside and manifest because it's a great time
Yep.
to manifest.
Yep.
And I went outside, did exactly what he wanted me to do. Look, I got the chills. Went outside, did exactly what he wanted me to do, pointed it up. The sky was obviously cloudy, and cleared it all up. And I sat there and had about a 5 minute conversation with one of our visitors, and I told my visitor to look up. And he looked up. He's like, "What the fuck?" He witnessed me do the video,
Right.
and I took the phone and did it again. And you can see within the telegram how much time was in between it. It literally just cleared up, and throughout the day, it cleared up even more. So
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Dad is involved with my product making. So I know without a doubt that my shit works because of that alone. So I don't care what nobody says. Another thing is, if my products didn't work, I wouldn't have the financial blessings that I have because of the products. And I make things, if you haven't noticed, I make, not you, in general, I make things, if you haven't noticed, that actually heal people, that actually do good. I don't try to control you, and I let you know that this is just a tool to get you where I'm at, to get you where the rest of us are at. This is not a controlling thing. This is an educational thing. This is a energy thing, a frequency thing, a healing thing, a disclosure thing, a abilities activation thing, all the above. Now, if you just take the time out and listen to what I'm saying, despite what your little box has you in, you can perform these things as well, right? The dictionaries told you that years ago. The things that you call Bible, I call them dictionaries. Not dictionaries, diaries. Sorry. The diaries told you that. It's nothing but people's diaries of things that happen. If I go to Telegram and go to Holotech testimonies, I can take all of those testimonies, put it in a book, and call it a holy Bible. Because things are happening, people are being healed, and those are people's accounts of what happened. Same fucking thing. And they're real and they're current. They're happening now, not thousands of years ago. So I'm just having fun with it all. I'm having fun with it all. I'm loving everything Daddy's giving us, experiencing, and there are bumpy roads and stuff like that. However, we are walking through it, and I feel shortly well, I know shortly that with the Epstein files being released and the UF files being released, it's only a matter of time before they have to acknowledge who's the one in control of all of it. I will say me, but we all know it's Daddy. We all know it's Daddy. That's why I say we. We are in control of it. Daddy and I. Daddy has the final say. And he's the only one that's stopping me from doing what I want to do.
And B just shakes his head.
You see it. You see it.
I do. Yep. B
No, I
just
don't.
shakes his head.
Yeah, he just shakes his head because I don't play no games. This needs to get done.
Yep.
I want things done. I want it done yesterday. People are messed up everywhere. People are suffering. It's like, why is this allowed to continue? Although I know it's because of Daddy's allowing people to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, well, I know the more and more people experience and the difficulties, the more and more they'll want the changes, and then they'll stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to having more and more people join us and be a part of the change and learn the method and learn everything that I'm saying. I'm not hiding. I'm a phone call away, a text message away. I purposely put my direct phone number out there so that you wouldn't have to worry about some fucking idiot on Telegram or TikTok inboxing you. That's why my phone number is out there. If you feel like it's me, text the number and send me a screenshot, because I'll be like, no, that ain't me. They do these things to try to discredit me, and that's what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you steal from me? The fuck you mean? I ain't steal from you. What are you talking about? You just took all this money from me. You asked me for my crypto. What the fuck you talking about? So my response to it is call the fucking cops, call the FBI, call whoever you need to call. Make sure whoever did that to you gets investigated and are dealt with, because it clearly wasn't me. And there's no evidence to back that up.
Right.
In fact, one of the idiots that's pretending to be me put their fucking phone number out there. You dumb fuck. Now everybody got your phone number.
We should all just call, drive him crazy, right? Just have some fun with it.
It's wild stuff. Wild
Yeah,
stuff.
totally. Yeah.
Wild stuff. But yeah, on the other side is, things are definitely happening. Everybody hang in there, and just expect to be celebrating shortly.
And one of my comments to what you just said 5 seconds ago was, look where we are now. Okay, even a month, 2 months ago, we were different then. We know so much more than we did even a short while ago. So, and I think our group is one of the most knowledgeable out there, right? We have a broad scope. You've told us so much and educated us so much. Okay, so think of what the general population is learning. Those that are looking around, they're really coming online too.
They're coming up to our level.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We need that.
so we're no longer weirdos.
Stay weird.
Yeah, look, I just got goosebumps. But yeah, we're no longer weird, because everything we were saying for the last 20 plus years, it's now happening.
Yeah.
Now they and they're forced to do it. Daddy doesn't force anybody to do it, but just by their actions, they have no choice. So it's forcefully done now,
Yep. Yep.
and that's what they earned. They earned it all.
Yep.
I'm excited about all of it because this is what it is. This is what you've been doing. This is what you've been hiding. This is where we could have been. And you all evil fucks are now paying the consequences for it all and your entire family lineage. And I don't care because I didn't create none of them.
They have been warned. I mean, like, we still have compassion, but they've been warned over. I mean, they've done the most evil, horrible things to others. We would never do any of that.
Well, even that statement that I just made,
Yeah.
their lineage, like they're innocent people,
Yeah.
they're innocent family members,
Yeah.
gone because of what they did. That wasn't my decision. I don't even think like that. That was daddy that said that shit. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that shit. Daddy said, do this, do that, wipe them all out. Wait, what? I mean, think about it. I took in out planets because of all this stuff. And they have evidence of it all. The military's right around the corner. You think they're not listening and monitoring everything I do and say? Come on, man. They know what the fuck is happening.
Mhm.
They all been briefed. They all know. You know, it's not a secret. The man is clearly fucking weird. Yes, I am.
Yep.
Now, me and JP are having a little fucking UFO contest and shit.
Oh.
We're all out back. He's in back at his house
Hmm.
across the water. I'm
Hmm.
over here, and we're just filming shit, sending it to each other.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. And like no matter where you are in the world, you can just look up and
Right.
see so many ships. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good. We're having a fucking blast. Um, I'm anxious for all the future events that we do. Um, it's just going to be great. People are going to stay out of our way. People are going to know that we're not to be messed with anymore. Um, it's great right now. Really, really great. I'm so excited for everybody. I'm so excited for the healings, excited for the anti-aging, excited for our youth to be restored, our immortality to be immortality to be realized. Um, you know, recently we've been making, some of the crew members have been making more and more pictures of what I look like roughly, and that's where we're headed. We
Yeah.
all have a look to us that if you focus, you can see it, and we're all super fit, super healthy, beautiful structures, everything fixed, everything new, and never aging again. And we did it because um, we did it the right way, is what I'm trying to say. We didn't do evil things to live longer. We did the right things, and that is granting us these things that I speak about. So that's why we're experiencing. We're going to are and is experiencing what we're experiencing because we did it the right way. We did it with Dad, and He's granted us everything that we've ever asked for, and all we had to do was do His work, and that's why we're at where we're at. A whole new reality.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I do know that he he's going to want me back on here probably tomorrow or the next day
Ooh.
because there'll be some developments happening.
Ooh.
I'm excited for that. So let's see what they are.
Okay.
Um, but in the meantime, everything is good. watch the news, watch everything change, watch the truth
Yeah.
come out. All of the disclosure stuff is circulating. It's going to ramp up, and we going to the next level.
All right. All right. So I'll say to the viewers, send me your questions.
That's right. Let's go.
Gonna
Let's
be
go. Let's go.
all right. Thank you so, so very much for your time. This has been so fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah, it's always a good thing to see what Daddy has to say, and
Yep.
that's why I watch these videos all over again myself because
Me
you know.
too.
Wait, you just said that? Why didn't you tell me that?
I sometimes can't remember what we've talked about either because I'm so focused on what you're saying and then the next question, you know what I mean?
Right,
And then it kind of slips out of my brain somehow.
right. It's all good. Everything's good.
Thank you so much.
All right, love you guys.